inverted U. If you're under-aroused, you're going to be a bit bored and a bit meh. So think of a tennis player who can't be bothered to sprint across the court to return a shot. But if you're over-aroused, that's when you get panicky, anxious, and overstressed, and this can even lead to anger and frustration. So think of that same tennis player. Instead of being meh, you're going to be smashing every ball into the net or the face of an unsuspecting ball girl. But when you're aroused, that's when you're in the zone. That's where you can concentrate and you've got full control over your mind and body. It's kind of like when Goldilocks found the porridge that was just right. So if I don't want to be under-aroused, but also not over-aroused, then how can I just be aroused? If there was a simple answer to this, then we wouldn't see big names still choking. But there are a couple of things that you can do. Number one is take deep breaths. Taking slow, deep breaths activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which basically causes a decrease in heart rate and a number of other things that usually make you feel quite tense. As your breathing slows down, your brain associates this with relaxation. So you can ultimately just nudge yourself back into that Goldilocks zone. Your mind becomes clearer, the task seems less scary, and you start to feel like you're in control again. And number two is use relaxing self-talk. So I did a recent video on all the different types of self-talk and how to use those. So do check that out either here or here. Bottled it, choked. But during times when the heat is on, it's important to verbalize statements that can help you relax. And it's important to actually speak aloud, as much as that might seem cringe to you, because even when we're not over-aroused, we tend to have around 50 thoughts per minute. So your mind is constantly racing, and the simple act of actually speaking forces you to focus and direct your attention onto one singular thing. So I encourage you to find your own relaxing phrase that can just help ground you and reassess the situation a little bit more. And so my personal favorite is the phrase, "it's just," because this is a great statement that just allows me to take the sting out of the tail of almost any situation and gain a little bit of perspective. So you could say it's just a jump shot, or it's just a test, or it's just talking to people. And again, those words of "it's just" helps dial things back a notch so you can get back into that optimal level of arousal.